All right, one of the biggest killers of fluency. So, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday or Tuesday? Maybe Tuesday, 2 days ago. One of my clients, Marco, his level is A2. So, we were having a coaching session, and I was showing him one of my secrets to fluency. This is my best secret that I was giving to him. And this exercise is a little bit challenging, okay? So you have to listen and you have to repeat and talk at the same time in English, okay? And for him, he was telling me, I don't understand everything. And I told him, well, you're supposed to. And the reason why I was telling him you don't have to understand everything in English is when you look at a child and they're learning a language, one of the things that they do is they listen and then they repeat everything. It doesn't matter what you tell them, they repeat. And so, even with my son, I'm learning a lot from him by watching him. So my son speaks Italian, English, and Romanian. And when I watch him and I say something, even if it's a commandment, if I say, Liam, go to the store, he'll say, Liam, go to the store. So he'll repeat what I say. And he doesn't understand everything, but he does eventually. And when I look at that, I told my student or my client, Marco, I said, you don't have to understand everything. I said, just think about children. When children learn languages, they don't understand what they're hearing many times. Many times they repeat what they hear, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. But they repeat anyway. And they don't have the pollution. I want to say they don't have the burden or what's the word I'm looking for? Um, hmm. They don't have the bad experiences from another language that pollutes this. That's what I want to say. They don't have this old language that pollutes the new language, right? And so, if you're listening to a native speaker, or if you're listening to the radio or a podcast, or you're trying to understand, that's probably one of your biggest obstacles to fluency, because you're not supposed to understand. When you're doing fluency exercises, understanding is not the goal, okay? I know that doesn't make sense, but the tongue exercises that you're doing, it's a muscle. Your tongue is a muscle, and you have to practice with that muscle, and eventually you start to speak automatically. Eventually your accent improves. Eventually your pronunciation improves, okay? My level is advanced in Italian. I still don't understand everything in Italian. It's just part of the process. I still learn new words. I still learn new phrases. But now I realize there are two parts. You have fluency and then you have proficiency. Proficiency is your knowledge of the language. It's your vocabulary. It's your grammar. It's new phrases that you're learning. But most people focus on this when they're learning, and they don't focus on this. This is about expansion. This is about learning something new, which does help. This is about focus and concentration and repetition and not understanding everything. Okay, it's two different sides. So most people, when they want to improve fluency, instead they do this. They learn more and more new words, more and more new words. Instead, they should be repeating, like I do in all of my videos. I repeat the same thing over and over and over and over. That's what fluency is. Okay, repetition, listening, repeating the same thing over and over and over. Not understanding everything, that's okay. You do not have to understand everything, especially when it comes to your fluency. Now, this proficiency helps your fluency, but when you're doing fluency exercises, you do not have to understand everything. And that's all I wanted to say. That's one of the biggest killers of fluency, is trying to understand everything. Now it's time to stop being an adult, and now you have to be like a child again.